Good morning. I'm Reverend Paula Skiles with Unity Church of San Marcos, and I welcome our online participants as well as everyone who's here with us today. So you may relate to this idea. I have been able to listen to different ones, friends and people that are not necessarily friends, but when I hear theirs talking about their observations of other things in life, I can hear despair sometimes in their voices over large, serious issues, not just personal ones, but things to do with our world and the concerns that they have, whether it's the direction our country is headed or the way our world is headed, okay? For example, some of them feel like we're drowning financially as a nation here. Or our world ecosystems are endangered, and they feel that they have, no life after a certain amount of time, right? And then there's the fear of tyrants who are waging war on nations, or the war on women. And so, there's some serious problems that seem to leave them feeling hopeless. And as they're talking about this, all I can hear is they feel powerless. Right? And whenever we feel like that things are hopeless, then for our country or even for the world, it feels kind of like it's just so much broken ground and everything is cracked and busted and fragmented, right? Broken ground. Broken ground is the title to this message, and it's about engendering hope and growth within our spiritual lives. So on this earth, this world of ours, broken ground is a term that is used for the ground that is formed when alternating dry and wet periods along the banks of seasonal rivers where the soil is soft, okay, causes these cracks, these fragmented cracks. So those broken grounds are considered uncultivable due to the erosion from the heavy rain and flooding during seasons, right? Symbolically and spiritually, our world has several large-scale problems caused by a flood, whether it's ignorance, greed, cruelty, power struggles, whatever's going on. And so we feel like it has made of our lives, or even the life of our world or our country, uncultivable. How can we salvage and make healthy what seems so broken? Can we? Some knowledgeable sages offer that perhaps the ground needs to be broken before it can be restored. The old growth needs to die to make room for the new. That's one thought, one way of looking at it. Perhaps it's simply time to break new ground. Okay? Nothing has to change on the other of its own. If you break new ground, you do something completely different, or you do something in a completely different way. Okay? So have you ever noticed progress of any type usually is preceded when everything seems to be going against you? Right? I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've noticed that for myself. And I think that's kind of the same thing for our world, is progress or changes that are beneficial for the majority of people come when things seem to be going terrible. Okay. Consider this thought from Mahatma Gandhi. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. I'll repeat that because it's kind of important. All through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Think of it. They always fall. Always. So tyrants, murderers, corrupt businesses or governments, they always fall. Okay, so I get that. What then? Okay. I'm not a world leader. I'm not a political leader. I'm not a business leader or a billionaire. What can I do? You know, but first of all, there's nothing that says you have to be one of those in order to break ground on beneficial solutions for the serious problems of our world. Okay? The word groundbreaking is used to describe things which we think are significant because they provide new and positive ideas, as well as influence the way people think about things. Okay. What is a synonym for broken ground? Break ground, as in to begin, commence, create, do, establish, found, go ahead, go into, inaugurate, initiate, introduce, launch, lead, make open, prepare, produce, start up. Okay, got the idea?
Yeah.
For our action people, they get it. For our thinking people, we're working on it.
They're still doing.
They're still doing. So the knowledge that I have found most beneficial for myself and others always comes when I am grounded and anchored in spirit. And what is spirit? I know you know this one. What is spirit? Love. Unconditional love. Okay. This is good. It's too easy. You were looking for the trick question, I know. Spiritual grounding is a practice that connects your mind, body, heart with the Earth's magnetic field of energy. And this experience of deep centeredness brings strength as well as physical and emotional balance. J.R. Rims put it this way: the more grounded you are, the higher you fly. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you put it in here.
I do. Being grounded is an anchored heart posture that lets you and me stand firm when troubles come. Being grounded signifies a bold, it is well with my soul, that kind of faith, that no matter what, my heart and it just remains peaceful throughout the process of whatever's going on. Think of a tree with deep roots going way down into the earth. That, you think of trees, they're pretty grounded, right? Okay, but think of yourself when you and I feel grounded. We can grow and live from a place of more stability. And when we can do that, we can weather storms with more ease and be more resilient. If you notice, most trees that do well are the ones that bend, and with the wind or the storms. Being grounded helps us to be more creative, all right? And so these qualities that I'm speaking of, resilience and creativity, they're both divine masculine and divine feminine energies, all right? And neither the divine feminine nor the divine masculine are gender specific. That means that all genders have full rights and access to both femininity and masculinity. A man can be feminine, a woman can be masculine, and an individual can be both. Any gender may express energies according to the nature of their essences. So these latent feminine and masculine energies living within us, okay, what about it? We do better in our lives, and we have the opportunity to consider solutions or to be creative and to come up with things as we are more balanced and we allow these masculine and feminine energies. But for this message, I want to focus on our divine feminine energies. We're all about doing, most of us, okay? But being requires a different way of living sometimes. So I'm led to focus today on the divine feminine qualities, which is associated with receptiveness, intuition, collaboration, togetherness, nurturing, compassion, and creativity. So it's my sense that these traits are essential for transforming our world's problems and have not been brought into the forefront of many of our lives today. And I think that's a really good place. The divine feminine is the feminine aspect of the divine power that connects and binds the earth or ground of our being. She is the goddess energy that exists within each of us. Many ancient cultures had a divine feminine concept. The Egyptians had Isis, the Greeks had Aphrodite, the Hindus had Shakti, the Shekinah is a term used in Jewish mysticism to refer to the divine feminine aspect of God. It's associated with love, compassion, justice, and healing. From Norse mythology to the Hindus' Prithvi, our planet Earth is personified as a goddess who usually embodies the nurturing aspects of nature, providing life, sustenance, and fertility. Did you know that scientists have shown that practicing loving kindness can increase positive feelings and decrease anxiety? That can alleviate symptoms of anxiety, increase compassion and social connection, and reduce self-criticism. How many of us have those voices that all the time are beating us up? I'm telling you. When you develop love, kindness, and compassion toward yourself, you can cultivate that more easily for other people as well. So here are some reasons to allow more of the Divine Mother or the Divine Feminine energy to be a larger part of our daily lives. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, whatever your faith is, doesn't matter. An elevated sense of intuition and increased sensitivity to the beauty of life. All right, there's one reason. Old hurts and stuff that you haven't sorted through that might pop up. You know, everybody talks about, sometimes it's like trying to be around our mother, who we didn't have a great relationship with, or our father, whatever. Or something traumatic has occurred. And it gives us a chance to feel, sense, heal, and grow. Our relationships are better because you tend to evaluate the balance of give and take, and if what you're expecting is fair and real or realistic. Normally, a burst of creativity and self-expression can uncover hidden talents that you didn't even know you had, or explore new and creative endeavors through maybe art or poetry, writing, other creative ventures, okay? This boost can bring happiness and a feeling of fulfillment, helping us to unleash our natural creativity. So as we do this, we're bringing ourselves back to a sense of sacredness, and not just worship, but a sense of being one with the sacredness of life. This deep feeling of respect and reverence and purpose is brought in more focus in our life. But the divine feminine and awakening it isn't all roses and rainbows, okay? It can feel a little bit like digging in hard ground. The parts that you and I have hidden away or stuffed down, I'm telling you, things we just don't want to deal with, right? The divine feminine needs to heal those and will. So they'll come through our fears, our doubts, all those traumas. It's like making a friend of our shadow side, okay? It's actually loving that part of us and bringing that painful part into a place that can be seen and heard and felt and healed. guess what? Embracing your divine feminine is not about totally ditching your masculine, our divine masculine energy. It's like blending your feminine qualities and masculine qualities together. Picture this, being confident and assertive when you need to. Being strong enough to express some vulnerability. You're in tune with your inner faculties. You're strong but yielding, doing and being, action and dreaming, and finding the power within both of them, and having both of them. That's really what I'm speaking of. So regardless of our gender, beholding your divine feminine energy is not about pleasing, being compliant, or weak, okay? In fact, the strongest people that I have met and known in my life are those who are at peace, regardless of what's going on. And they listen to their inner voice. This sense of being uplifted is a part of them, and inspiring others and themselves to be able to cultivate more balance. They spend time in self-care, introspection, understanding, and meditation. Speaking of meditation, today I'm going to offer a meditation on loving kindness as part of this service. So I invite you as the audience with us to become still and to let the chair or the place you're sitting gently support you. As you do, I encourage you to close your eyes and let my words be the words of your heart this morning. So if you would, simply as we use the word ground, feel yourself and the energy you have simply moving like that tree, that part of you. Deep ground, and your roots, the energy of your being moving down into that ground. And just notice with each breath the sense of compassion and the sense of life and love and strength. And as you're there, turning within deeper, I invite you to make any necessary adjustments at this time. You may not have been just totally comfortable, but now you can get there. And you breathing in gently and exhaling gently. And I'm going to invite you to repeat some words to yourself silently. It's okay if you don't get the words right at first. It's okay. They'll come. The energy and the intention will come. That's what's important, your intention. So connect to that sense of loving kindness within you. And then hold this thought. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I feel supported and safe. May I have love and compassion for myself. May I live with ease and strength. And now I invite you to think of someone you love and share this energy of loving kindness as you affirm silently this idea. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel supported and safe. May you have love and compassion toward myself. May you live with ease and strength. And let someone who's neutral to you come to mind. someone you may see regularly, but you don't really have a close relationship with. And focus your mind on this person, sending this loving kindness feeling towards them. And as we silently affirm, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel supported and safe. May you have love and compassion toward myself. May you live with ease and strength. And then bring to mind someone you have a more difficult relationship with. Choose a person who doesn't trigger you or bring too much negative emotion, but maybe it's an acquaintance who made you feel uncomfortable, or somebody who challenges you in some way. So for this time, set aside thoughts and feelings of hurt or suffering, and just extend loving kindness toward that person as you affirm quietly within. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel supported and safe. May you have love and compassion toward myself. May you live with ease and strength. Now, bring to mind our earth and open up your awareness to all beings in life, including yourself. All life forms from all over the globe. Perhaps you see this planet as if from space, and life is light, beings of light. And repeat within, may all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings feel supported and safe. May all beings have love and compassion toward themselves. May all beings live with ease and strength. And then I invite you to focus within again, to bring the affirmations back within to yourself of love and kindness as we repeat quietly. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I feel supported and safe. And may I have love and compassion toward myself. May I live with ease and strength. As you hold this energy of loving kindness, you relax into the stillness of your being, into that silent place. And let that permeate this joyful energy of loving kindness. Let it permeate around and through your whole being. And as you remember the planet, all beings and your connection to them, recognize that this upliftment comes through the expression of loving kindness. Letting yourself fill and be filled with love. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes, bringing with you this conscious sensation of the awareness of love as you come awakened in this moment. The divine feminine energy brings healing, a sense of power, and compassion to the world around you and me. May you know the broken ground within as the same, one of loving kindness that is broken open your soul and your heart. One of strength and receptivity that allows you to be resilient and creative. God bless you, and thank you for being with us this day.